watching the night sky or a beautiful sunrise. There's so much they hold, and just like the old stars, I see that you've come so far to be right where you are. How bold is your soul? I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. I'm still looking up, and when you're needing your space to do some navigating, I'll be here patiently waiting to see what you find. 'Cause even the stars, they burn. Some even come to the earth, and we've got a lot to learn, and God knows we're worth it. No, I won't give up. I don't want to be someone who walks away so easily. I'm here to stay and make the difference that I can make. Our differences, they do a lot to teach us how to use the tools and gifts we got. Yeah, we got a lot at stake. And in the end, you are my friend. And yes, we did intend for us to work. We didn't break, we didn't burn. We had to learn how to bend without our world caving in. I had to learn what I got and what I'm not and who I am. And I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. I'm still looking up, still looking up. I won't give up on us. God knows I'm tough enough, and we've got a lot to learn, and God knows we're worth it. I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. I'm still looking up.
Namaste. Let's take a deep breath. As we do that, you can choose to relax, give yourself all the attention, and make a choice to stay present. Let go of what was. Let go of what will be. What is all you need to be present with. As you take deep breaths, you are nourishing your soul and preparing yourself to receive the divine wisdom. You may take your gaze towards your third eye and visualize receiving the divine light of wisdom from the divine source. As God shines and radiates and penetrates through your third eye, this light is acting like electricity and touching every corner of your being. Surrender to this healing. Surrender to this receiving. Surrender to receiving these blessings that are coming in the form of this light, this love, this wisdom, and divinity. Let this electric signals that you receive penetrate into your skin, into your every pore of your nerves. As it touches parts of your body, they are opening up. They are coming alive. They are springing with joy and fragrance. As you are blossoming, you may feel this love pouring from every pore of your being. Allow yourself to melt into this whirlpool of love. As we begin to prepare ourselves to receive the divine wisdom. This receiving is eternal. This receiving is unlimited. This receiving will always be present. And choose to remain present with it. As you soak in these energies, you may start to feel more relaxed and nourished. As you soak in, you are feeling more and more fulfilled, more and more joyous and energetic. You are ready for all that life has to offer. Allow yourself to receive unconditionally, as God is the giver, and it is safe to receive all that God has to offer. As you ground this knowledge, you may begin to take your gaze into your heart and come into gratitude. Gratitude to God, to Divine, to our gurus for bringing these teachings to us. You may melt the image in your heart and choose to ground this beautiful healing that you have received. And open your eyes when you are ready. Namaste.
Hello and welcome to today's Sunday service. I am Paco. I am a student of Chef and Shaleia. Today I do the card reading and I use the Divine Abundance Oracle cards by Tosha Silva. Yeah, so start the card reading. And I prepared 3 cards, and the first card I got from the deck is Gratitude. I show you the card. And I read what is written on the card. Fill me with gratitude for all you give. May I be a vehicle for you wherever I go. What does that mean? Gratitude, and there is a goddess in the middle with a lot of flowers, different flowers, and there is a bird sipping from a cup. And the goddess seems very joyful in a peaceful way, and we can see that she feels very grateful just being her true self and just showing her divinity and feeling grateful for all the love she receives from God, and that she can always have a full cup when she's receiving from God and when she's receiving her divinity from God, so that she can give always from a full cup. That when she desires to give, that she can always give from a full cup, and that she always has enough for herself, and so she can share her love with the world from her true self as a goddess, from her true self in her divinity, and also for divine masculine, for the God inside of you, that you always come from your divine self as a divine masculine too. And she's just feeling grateful for receiving all the abundance from God. And there she feels peace and joy in it. And the second card, Karma. There is nothing from a past life that can't be addressed in the current life. Show it again. There we can see there are 2 hands, and they are working in this net, and the bird is watching how she's doing it, and she brings lightness into it. And you don't need to fear karma. You just are present with what is presented to you, and the karma you can let go of karma in loving yourself, in going to all the places they feel heavy or hurt, and letting go of the old vibration and bringing love and peace there, in doing the mirror exercise by Jeff and Shaleia, and also watching their teaching and studying their teaching, so you can find new places inside of you they feel heavy, or where you feel sad or hurt. And so you can let go of the karma, and the karma is never something you are a victim in. No, you can change here something actively by loving yourself deeply, and you can support yourself always with following where God guides you, where it feels good, where God guides you, and just doing the steps in loving yourselves. And so you can let go of this sometimes chaotic feeling of karma, that you bring lightness and peace into your vibration, and let go of past vibration, of past energies, and bring there what is truly meant to be there: unconditional love and peace, God. The third card, grounded. Many of the most evolved beings on earth are regular folks, living with joy, dignity, and courage. Yeah, there are a lot of butterflies, and there is a cow, and she's just chilling, relaxing on the ground. And there are also birds, and they are just relaxing with the cow too, on the ground, and enjoying the moment, and just being present with whatever is presented with joy. This card feels very joyful in a very peaceful way, and they feel very relaxed, just sitting on the ground and in the nature, and receiving this peace and this groundness, and receiving in this groundness the unconditional love from God always. And it's a really good card for the first and the second, when you are in this receiving state and feeling grateful whatever is coming, and then you work through whatever is presented, and then you ground whatever you did. You ground in a deep way, where you ground and expand all the healing you did with you loving yourself in all the places they were presented to you. And then you do this deep grounding, and there you find this joy and dignity and the courage to just be with God, and feel this joy to just be with God, and receive the unconditional love from God and the peace, just being with God always. And you always can decide to ground, and from this grounded place and from this peaceful place you go wherever God guides you to do the next step. Yeah. Thank you for watching the card reading, and enjoy today's Sunday service. Bye.
Hello, Unionists. I'm Yoreen. Welcome to this Sunday service in the Church of Union. Today I will be introducing Jose and Michaela's sermon on miracles and the nature of miracles. It was a very juicy topic, It was very grounding to watch. I really enjoyed it. And so I want to share what I took from this sermon, um, and yeah, to kind of get you in the message that I want to share today. So, Jose and Michaela used Jeff and Shalea's videos to inflame Ascension School and A Course in Miracles to really like extend a complete overview of what miracles are and the nature of miracles and how their function, I guess, in our life. And it was really interesting. And they described that all in all, miracles are normal. They are part of our everyday life. And it's true, miracles are normal, but when you are not on the spiritual path, and sometimes even on the spiritual path, you can think that miracles are a myth. And as Jose says, that they are for lucky people, like really special people, and that it's not for everyone. And in a sense, all my life, that's what I thought too. Um, I grew up with an education where I could access the the stories of the saints that came here on earth, mostly Catholic saints. And in reading the stories, you kind of get a sense of separation because you are not confident in your power. And you say, oh, like they are experiencing so many miracles and also extending so many miracles to the people around them. And I'm not like that. Like I was not born special. Like I can do that at the age of 12. Like, oh, this is not for me. I am not a saint. And this is where the lie is. Miracles are not for like a minority of people. They are for everyone. And truly, this is what an ascension path is. An ascension path is a miraculous path. Michaela says that it's a life full of miracles. Like when you walk on your ascension path, you walk on God and you walk a miraculous life. You get out of the system of giving and receiving of the world. And for example, like the life purpose, they talk about life purpose. It's a really good example of experiencing miracles every day because life purpose is the purpose that God gave you. And so once you show up in your life purpose, God will show up for you as well. And that reminds me of Twin Flame Ascension school class that I watched maybe last week. I don't remember the number. It was in the maybe 57, but I don't remember the class. But anyway, the class is about this expression, which is you are not lucky, you are loved. And so in my life, when I was experiencing what I can call as bouts of luck, I would just say, oh, this is chance, this is coincidence. God is with me, and this is something that happens once in a year. But actually, there is no randomness. That's what Jose and Michaela say. There is no randomness in the path that God gives you. Walking the path of God, walking the path of ascension, walking your path on earth is a miracle in its own way. And so, yeah, I was not lucky. I was just guided by God. And the more you are understanding the ascension path, the more you are healing your blocks, the more you will experience these miracles. Like A Course in Miracles says, like miracles are normal. They are for the everyday life. If you are not experiencing miracles, it is just that you are purifying your consciousness towards experiencing a life full of miracles. And this is really important to integrate and process, because like if you are not experiencing miracles in your life, it's that you are experiencing a block there, and your choice is so powerful that whenever you heal a block, this is a miracle. And whenever you heal a block, you are realizing that love is real, God is real, and God always shows up, God always steps up, and He never fails you. And that is the beautiful thing about miracles, is that they show the power of God ultimately. They are a testament to what God can do in our lives. And yeah, it's just about moving through fear and realizing God's loyalty to us. This is really beautiful. Like, God is loyal to us, and miracles are a way of showing that He is loyal to us. And yeah, this is a path of trust. Like, if you experience miracles in one area of your life, you can say that, oh, this is an area where I can trust God. And you might ask yourself, in what other places can I trust God? And the answer is everywhere. It's just that you're discovering step by step, really, that you can trust God really everywhere. You are discovering all these places where love can show up and you can live a life full of miracles. And yeah, as you realize God's power, you realize also the meaning of everything that is in your life and everyone that is in your life. What I'm thinking about right now is the function and meaning of Jeff and Shaleia in our lives. And I think I remember like a few years ago, they shared that God gave them the gift of, um, miracles to extend to humanity, to return humanity to God. And so miracles are normal, but they are also um, an exchange, as Jose and Michaela say. They are an exchange from God to you, and to you from God. Like, God shows up and miracles happen, and then you give your loyalty to God in return, and you return to God. Yeah, that is just the most beautiful thing to experience. And yeah, that is what I took from this sermon, and I hope you really enjoyed too. And so, without further ado, I will just like let Jose and Michaela deliver their beautiful sermon on miracles.
Hi everyone, I'm Jose.
I'm Michaela, and we are here to do this week's Sunday service. We're twin flames in harmonious union, and today we want to talk about miracles.
Yeah, so before we start, let's start with the opening ohms and the opening prayer. So we will start with the ohms. You can ohm loud or in your mind. I am the only child of God, forever part of Him. I am created by Him in perfection, and there I always remain. My mind is my sanctuary, where I keep His holy creation sacred. I will only allow in His voice. I will only accept His word.
Today I will hear the word of God. I surrender myself to His teachings through His divine channel. I will honor what He has spoken and accept it as His will. I will be obedient to His word, for this is my salvation. In Christ's name, Amen.
Yeah, so let's get started. So as we said, today we are talking about miracles. This sermon is inspired by a video of Jeff and Shaleia that we watched really recently. It's called Twin Flames Miracles.
No. Twin flames in the nature of miracles.
Almost.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I think for starting with, I want to use the definition that Shaleia used for a miracle, and she described it in a very simple way, and she said that a miracle is an act of God, an act from God.
Yeah.
So
like a miraculous situation.
A miraculous situation, a change.
Yeah, it's like this, a miracle.
Yeah, a miracle, what people call a miracle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think today we want to share our experience, miracles around, the different journey, the Ascension journey. All of you here are familiar with them.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone at the places work received the miracle.
Yeah, like
so,
unionism and the teachings of Jeff and Shaleia, like the natural result is miracles. And there's actually like a life purpose class where Jeff says that when you start to live your life purpose, like you live on miracles. And that's so true. Like,
yeah.
It's true. Like, you kind of divorce the way that society functions and the way that it, like, maybe even receives, like, income, for example. Like, you begin to live on just, like, miraculous situations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something that Jeff said in a class recently, that when you are walking the Ascension path, you walk on God.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, like, Jesus walked on water. You walk on God if you are taking this journey. Yeah, that made me feel like so safe and protected in the journey, because for me, I remember in the past, a miracle was this thing, it was like a myth or something. That's not happened to you. Yeah, you win the lottery, oh my god, a miracle.
Yeah.
Like you receive that job, oh my god, a miracle. But this thing that, it happens
to lucky people.
Once in a lifetime thing. Yeah, I remember that change when I started applying this work and when I found this teaching.
Mm-hmm.
So I was a little bit, I was like, Jeff and Shaleia are talking about miracles and change. And I was like, okay, I will try it out. I don't lose anything. This miracle thing was still like a new thing for me. I was already experiencing like my, spiritual awakening, if you want to call it that way. So I was experiencing, synchronicities, things, but the miracles sound very big to me at the time. And I remember after a while, when I really started applying the work and doing the mirror exercise, really changing inside, I remember the big change that started in my life, and I was like,
whoa.
Wait, this is happening to me now. What is happening here? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Logically, that is impossible. That is happening to me. And that is, I think, the first time that I really appreciate what a miracle really is. Yeah, like God can really make a change in your life once you clear the way. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we actually have a course in miracles here, because we need this to talk about miracles. And we wanted to read a couple of the principles here that are listed. But before we do, I wanted to say something that Shaleia mentioned in the video that we watched, the YouTube video, where she basically said, like, miracles are only miracles if you believe in separation. Because if you, like, liberate yourself from separation consciousness, like,
Life is a miracle.
Yeah, everything's normal. Like it's just an act of God. It's just love in your life. So yeah, that's why the more you purify, the more that you do your inner work, the more that you heal like your inner blocks using the mirror exercise. I mean, each little block that you heal is a miracle, because in the world of ego, there is no like release from pain. But when you when you love yourself and make the choice to like ascend and return to God, like that, like every time you do the mirror exercise, like it's a miracle. And that, I feel like when I first found the work, the first time I ever did the mirror exercise and I experienced relief, I like that is just like right there, like that's the feeling of a miracle. It's like, oh my gosh, I feel better. Like this is incredible, this is miraculous. And then the more that you do it, the better you feel, and then things in your physical external reality start to shift too. And so that's why like you just begin to experience more and more miracles, and like even like harmonious union is a miracle, you know, like all of these things are miracles. They don't happen in like the world as like A Course in Miracles talks about like the world. Miracles don't happen in the ego, but miracles happen when you choose to release it.
Yeah, I think it's in A Course in Miracles that it says a miracle is a change in perception from fear to love. And that is what we do every time with the mirror exercise. It's what we do every time that we heal a block. Is, in a place that we had fear before, now is love. And now we can really feel the change, and every little thing, every little step is a miracle. And I think all of us, if we look back at our journey, we see that it was full of little miracles all over the place. Every little thing that you have experienced in your life, every step of the way, you look back and you say, wow, everything was perfectly orchestrated for me to be here in this moment. Like God knew all along.
There is no chance or like randomness to it.
There is no randomness. There is only like God's will for your life.
Yeah, and it's completely miraculous. And there's like one of the principles here from A Course in Miracles. It says like miracles are everyone's right, but purification is necessary first. So like if you choose to believe in like ego and suffering and hell and separation, like you don't really experience miracles. And that's why miracles are seen as like random, or like for the lucky people, or just like winning the lottery type thing. But like as you purify your consciousness, you vibrate into a space where you can receive these acts of God. So I think that's really, it's a cool little point.
Yeah, it's a purification. Yeah, like the only thing, and that is the purifying process that Shaleia teaches with the mirror exercise and with, ascending, is basically clearing the way so you can experience that act of God in your life. And that is the only thing that you need to do in your journey. And the more you do it, the more you see it. And I think for me personally, having all of these miracles in my journey is something that helped me a lot to grow my faith. Because at the beginning you think, maybe I'm not supported on my journey, or maybe I'm going to fail in that. And then you move through it and move through the fear, to the doubts that you maybe have, and it happens, and God really shows up for you here every time. And it's like, wow, I can really trust God in here. And if I can trust God in here, it's not a one-time thing. I can trust God in this area too, and in that area too. And when you really apply the same principle to everything, you are literally working in miracles. You are having a life where a miracle is normal. And you don't see it as this, weird thing, or like
woo-woo.
Woo-woo. No, it's like
Christian,
a normal thing.
like religious type thing.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah, it's like, oops, I healed the block. There you go.
Miracle.
That is the miracle.
Actually, that reminds me, there's this point number 33, and it says, miracles honor you because you are lovable. They dispel illusions about yourself and perceive the light in you. They thus atone for your errors by freeing you from your nightmares. By releasing your mind from the imprisonment of your illusions, they restore your sanity. And it's so true. Like every single time a miracle happens, it's just like another like point, like another part of your consciousness that's like returned to the truth. It's like, okay, love is real. Love is real here. Love is real here. You know, God, like, you know.
Yeah, you really see the truth of reality.
You're
It's like you
able-
have like a little window when
Yeah.
you can see, wow, like this is the true reality here.
Yeah. Fear
Like,
is an illusion.
Yeah, fear was nothing here. And yeah, you see this every time that you hear some upset or hear like something big, and you see, wow, that was nothing at all. That is only like nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really start living in that reality where God is normal, and that is how it's supposed to be. Like a miracle should be something normal that everyone has in their life.
Yeah.
That to know God, to have these acts of God in your life should be something completely normal, and that is part of your relationship with God, like God communicating back to you, like experiencing God in that moment. And I love that it says you should escape from fear or from nightmares, because all of us in this journey, we face very deep fears, we face a lot of blocks, and I think every time that you see through this window of the miracle, it's like you really see that you're powerful and that nothing can stop you, because it's like God has more power than anything here, and that is something that I really do a lot, looking back at my journey when I'm afraid of something, and it's like God didn't fail me anytime.
Yeah.
Why now? This is only the fear that I'm moving through. There is nothing to worry about. I'm protected, I'm safe, and I'm bigger than this. I'm said. And that is something that gives me a lot of comfort in particular. When I'm moving through something big, it's like I'm still loved in this situation.
Yeah.
God didn't go anywhere when I'm moving through the fear. And that is something that Jeff says sometimes. Like when you are in the cave of fear, you don't see God around.
Sometimes, yeah, you can't feel God.
You don't feel
only
God.
have your like belief that God is real, but you can't feel.
Yeah, you cannot feel it, and you need to walk in faith in that moment until the miracle happens, until you get out of the cave of the darkness.
Yeah.
And I think the more faith that you have, I mean, it's easier to do this, because if you look back and see all of these apparently terrible situations that you overcame with nothing, and you were like, wow, I did it. Nothing happened. I was fine all the time, and I was blessed all the time. It's like, this is nothing. I can trust that I'm so safe in moving through this. I'm so safe getting to the other side of this. And that is something that brings me a lot of comfort every time, to know that God is never going away. Like, He will never abandon you at all.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so true. And I feel like in the for twin flames in particular, like lots of miracles happen for twin flames. Like it's like the laws of the world completely like bend for twin flames. Like I remember when we first came into harmonious union, I was in the US, Jose was here, and I was self-employed back then, but had just started that, and so I think I was making like maybe $800 a month, which is about the cost of one plane ticket usually. On the lower side, like international, and I had like a lot of stuff to pay for, and I was like, well, I know that like God wants me to go to my twin flame, like separation is not real, and so we did like a bunch of research, and I found this this site where I found a plane ticket for $400, and that previously that night, like I had received this huge influx of money, like
out of nowhere.
More than I usually make per month, out of nowhere.
It was in one day. I remember talking to her, and she was like, I don't know what is happening. I was like, wow.
I was sending him screenshots of my PayPal balance just going up and up and up and up, and I was like, okay. And I remember at that point, like, there was this voice in my head, like, oh, like, I wonder what I'll use this for. Like, I can't go to Spain now. Like, that's too big. But then I was like, no.
God wanted you here.
This is literally why I've received this money. Is like, why would I wait while my twin flame is there, like, across the Atlantic? Like, I know what this is for. It's like, it was plenty of money to, like, buy me the plane ticket and have, like, a nice cushion. Because like I was moving and I ended up buying, you know, my plane ticket 2 weeks out, and at $400
2 weeks is
for
nothing.
it was like a 16-hour flight, which is really like not that much because the other flights in comparison were like 20-some-hour flights, like it was so like $400 for like the whole ticket, and in such short notice, like it was amazing, and yeah, just to receive all that support and that income was just really cool. Like it was just like the doors just completely open for me, you know. And it's that way for many twin flame couples who came together, like in the middle of a pandemic, for example, like
moving together.
Yeah, moving in. Like there's never ever anything that could ever prevent you from being with your twin flame. Yeah, or just having anything that you desire. Like there's nothing that can stop you, and it's really, yeah, I feel like that's really what miracles. They really just like show you your power, your own power, and the truth.
Yeah.
There was another one.
Yeah, they also show you that you are so supported on your twin flame journey and ascension journey. Like you are never alone doing it.
Yeah, I'm looking for. There's one more point. Oh yeah. Well. Yeah, this one. It says miracles are a kind of exchange. Like all expressions of love, which are always miraculous in the true sense, are exchange. The exchange reverses the physical laws. They bring more love to both the giver and the receiver. Yeah, and so like God receives love by blessing you and giving you miracles, obviously. But that's true. Like physical laws are nothing compared to a miracle. Like, you know, like God
is the
God has
highest
the
authority.
Yeah.
Like God has the last word in everything.
Like usually, logically, like you can't buy a plane ticket for that cheap in such short notice, like an international flight. But it was just like, you know, it happened. And overnight I received all this money. Like that's just one of the many miracles we've experienced.
Yeah, meeting your twin flame, coming into union, moving in this situation.
Even knowing your twin flame.
Knowing your twin flame is a miracle. Between 7 billion people in the planet.
And of all the people in separation who don't know what twin flames are,
exactly.
Like, you know.
Having it is a miracle, it's a blessing from God that you receive in your life. And it's something beautiful to, be grateful for them. And to, recognize them. Like, look at your life, look at all the little miracles, look at all of the miracles that you have experienced. And recognize how loved you are by God. Yeah, and like it says, the very first principle in A Course in Miracles is there is no order of difficulty in miracles. One is not harder or bigger than another. They're all the same. All expressions of love are maximal. So yeah, it's kind of like what we were saying is like just your very first mirror exercise and that like amazing like feeling, that miraculous like, wow, this works. That's just as powerful as like coming into your harmonious union, because it's complete love. Love never loves more or less in certain situations. It's all perfect, and yeah. Yeah, there is a lot of power in that affirmation, that there is no miracle that is more difficult, because at the end it's like God has all power. Because I know sometimes in your journey you are like, I know God is powerful, but that thing right there, I don't know how God is going to solve that, and boom, it works. And it's like, wow, okay. It also works here. Like there is no bigger problem than God. You can overcome it all the time. Like there's a TFAS, Twin Flame Ascension School class. I don't remember which one it is, but I watched it a long time ago, where Jeff says like, you heal a block, and then the next block comes up, and it's the worst block you've ever worked through, and then you heal it, and it's fine, and it's amazing, you have a breakthrough, and then the next block comes up, and it's the worst problem you've ever had. You'll never have a bigger problem. And then you break through that one and you heal it and you resolve it, and you know that's a miracle. And then
the next problem comes. And this one is going to be the one, you know, that ends your journey. Like, this is the one that you can't overcome, and then you overcome that one. It's like miracle after miracle after miracle. Like, each breakthrough that you have on your journey is a miracle. And like, just like healing one block is the same amount of miracle as coming into your harmonious union, or like, I don't know, any other type of miracle. Like, they're all, if you can receive one miracle in your life, like, you can receive all miracles.
All of them.
You can completely like adopt miracle consciousness where it's totally normal. There's actually just like it's Abraham Hicks says something really funny. It was like, how did it go?
Yes, if you don't freak out every time that you receive a miracle, it will be so...
We'd be so happy if you could receive like a blessing and not freak out about it, is what Abraham Hicks like channeled. It was so funny, I laughed at that. Because like, to God,
it's normal.
This is a normal thing. Like, his perfect child should receive miracles, and like the weird thing is thinking that miracles are not normal.
Or that you can have a life at least not perfect, and live that life. Yeah. Basically.
A life on miracles. Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true. Like, this is something that also Jeff, like, and Shaleia said a lot. Like, when the miracle comes, don't, appreciate it, but don't freak out.
Yeah.
It's like normal. Don't like, oh my God, it's like a miracle. It's normal.
Yeah.
Like, you did something, you healed something. There you go. Results.
Yeah.
In your life, and that is for everyone.
And I think the last part, like, there's one more piece here before we close about how. Yeah, like, so miracles are healing because they supply a lack. They are performed by those who temporarily have more for those who temporarily have less. And that's what I feel like, as we, as a community, heal ourselves and become healed, we help perform miracles, by sharing the healing. So that's like coming up as something for me right now. Like, you become a miracle worker by sharing this healing. Like Jeff and Shaleia, they worked miracles and continue to work miracles in our lives. And we like kind of like pay it forward in a way by extending that to others, like the awareness of miracles. Yeah,
it is very powerful to like share that love that you receive. It's not like, I receive a miracle, it's mine, my miracle. Don't touch it. Yeah. No, it's like, hey, share it. Yeah. Like, show others that fear that you overcame is nothing. Yep. Share the love that you receive. And sharing that with others is so powerful. And you help them like move through the same. Yeah. And you offer the miracle to them. Like, sharing the healing is a miracle for everyone. Like, you share all of that love.
You expand
that you have
the
received.
miracle because
Yeah, it's not supposed to be, kept for you out of reach of others. It's meant to share it with others in the way that God guides you. Who knows?
Yeah, like I think of like Jeff and Shaleia, for example, were the first harmonious union on earth, which is just like an incredible miracle. And what would have happened if like they didn't share the miracle? Well, none of us would be here, and that would be, just a completely different reality. So it's like, it's so important for you to share each and every gift and blessing and miracle that you receive, because you don't know who it's going to affect. Even if it's like one other person, like you sharing the miracles and becoming like a miracle worker. Like, of course, the Miracles talks about that. It's extremely valuable and important.
Yeah, you don't know how many people are struggling with the same that you were struggling just before that miracle happened to you, and you had the peace for them, and you can share all of the work that you did for that to happen, like all the process, the healing, and especially the love that you received, so others can also receive their miracle. Yeah, and then those people share their miracles, and then they impact others, and it's just like, it's like a chain reaction. Yeah, it's a miracle party. Everyone receives miracles. So I think that I feel very complete. Yeah, it feels good. Yeah. So we can close with our closing prayer and the closing Oms. Yeah. Father, I accept your word into my heart. I will honor your will in my life and will follow you without hesitation anywhere you ask. I know you guide me into your heart, where I belong. I accept that you are everywhere, and your teaching is in all things. God, I know you provide me clarity in this teaching of union, that I may be forever in union with you.
I accept that you are in me as you are in my brother. I will not deny my brother your word, and will share your teaching with him in any way you ask, and only as you ask. For when I share my salvation with him, I fully claim my salvation and return to you with him. In Christ's name, Amen. Speaking this prayer in your heart means you have accepted that you are on the path of awakening to your true divine nature. This is what it means to be a unionist. Follow the teachings of union with God wherever you find them, and purify your consciousness into perfect union with your Creator.
Yeah, perfect. So we can close with the closing ohms. You can loud or in your heart. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good rest of the Sunday, and we will see you next time. Namaste.
Namaste.
Oops. Namaste.
Namaste.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the sermon. I really enjoyed it. I really appreciated it. Thank you, Jose and Michaela, for speaking up about miracles. It was really beautiful. Um, I really loved what they said in closing. Um, they talked about how their HTFU and every HTFU is a miracle in itself and how God shows up there. They said that Jeff and Shaleia experienced the miracle of being the first HTFU on Earth. And so they extended the miracle, and that is the way of God. That is really beautiful. And also, us being a part of the community on their ascension path are also miracle worker. And so our function here is to extend the living miracle truly that is this community to the world and share with them. And that is really beautiful. That is something that I will integrate. And yeah, so thanks again for the sermon, Jose and Michaela. If you enjoyed it, don't hesitate to subscribe to this channel, like this video. On this channel, there are all the other discussion and Sunday services that you can watch. They are really juicy and full of insights to go on your ascension path. And if you would like to share your inputs and insights about this service, the meditation, the card reading, the intro of the sermon, you can join us in the Unionism discussion group on Facebook, where right now there will be an after church tea time. So people, member of the community, will share about the sermon and service. And you can also interact with them and comment and really participate in, um, you know, in your own way on the ascension path and create a miracle for others. Because, like, if one person reads you and are inspired by you, you will have extended the miracle that was this sermon. So, yeah, don't hesitate to join us. And with that, I wish you a very beautiful rest of your day. And yeah, bye.